I'm Christian Magby, and I am the executive producer and composer for Mother of God.
My name is Christian Albright, and I'm the book writer and co-lyricist to Mother of God.
I'm CBD, and I'm the musical supervisor.
Christian Magby and I have been working on this for a very long time.
Mother of God has been a culmination of about 8 years of work. I mean, everybody knows it takes such a long time to create a musical, but I think more than anything, you spend so much time rewriting. And then, over time as well, when we first created the show, we were very young, still a little inexperienced, and the show just didn't have enough life experience built into it. And so I think over the years, just being able to insert ourselves into these characters and people that we know has really helped breathe life into the show.
I love seeing the thread of the show from a couple of songs that Christian sent me back in January of this year, turning into now 21 songs in the Dropbox that need to be charted, and then eventually that will turn into 21 songs plus scene change music and underscore and dance music. And I love watching all of that come together and figure out what is the musical idea that has to exist in this moment to help continue to tell the story, even just through music.
I got the idea while I was at my mom's house. I had just graduated from high school, and I don't know what it was, but I just felt like I had to tell the story. I didn't know of any that existed, and I found myself asking one day, who is Mary of Nazareth? And when I ask other people, I say, who is Mary of Nazareth to you? And they say, well, this is Jesus' mother. And I was like, yeah, but she's got to be more than that.
I definitely feel that there's a lot to learn from this musical.
I was very interested in the concept of a musical about the story of Jesus' birth, told in a way that we haven't heard it before.
It was divine, intervention. She was chosen. And so what are those qualities about her that made her be the chosen one for this mission, this assignment?
It's always interesting to see music go from idea in your brain to voice memo on your phone to idea at the piano to sheet music on a page to being in the studio to being like, hey, that doesn't work. Can we all do this instead? And then hearing it all come together at the end is always really, really cool because you never know what it's going to all sound like. And we record in sections and we record instrument by instrument sometimes. And so hearing the full thing is kind of like hearing a show on opening night for the first time.
We've done so many readings and workshops of this show just because we want to make sure we truly answered all of the questions that we feel like people had. It was over Zoom. I asked a couple friends to just come on and read. And then me and Albright hung back and we were like, I think we got it now.
In 2017, when we really had our first kind of fleshed out read through of the first act, and we saw how gratifying and just informative this story was and how much potential it had, it only furthered our aspirations to make it grow even further.
Let's really, really dive headfirst into making sure we tell this story and making sure that it reaches everybody. It's so funny. I've never created something that I have produced and had so many people also a part of that team.
And a lot of that collaboration pretty much just looks like us, at each other's homes and staying up late, just working on music.
The process for Mother of God is really interesting because it's a lot of taking what is in Christian's brain, his dreams and ideas, and helping him to present them in a way that makes it singable and playable for the actors and musicians.
So to be able to not only share my vision with others, but they actually create their own visions that align with ours, that to me is the most exciting because I don't know what to expect. But I know with everybody that we have, it's going to be great. I mean, from Victor Jackson to CBD to Anna Chow on our scenic design and Nairobi Moss on costumes, and of course my folks in multiband, Tony and Chris Lane. I'm working with people, and Jade, of course. I'm working with people on this project whose work I've always admired. And so to be able to have them all in the same room, aligning with this vision and bringing their own taste and art to that vision is got to be the most remarkable feeling.
I've never written dance arrangements before, and that's something that is being asked of me this time around. And so I said, hey, I'm going to send you this, and I would love for you to tell me what inspires you, or if you have a musical reference that you want to go off of that you sort of hear that you're inspired by from this recording, and we can sort of work from there.
What I hope audiences can take away from this musical is a definite sense of hope and inspiration.
I think the biggest thing as far as what I want our audiences to leave with is how they see themselves in Mary, and how does that influence them on the journey that they're already on, whether that's to their spouse or to their Lord, or to their family and their job. How do these things get changed when a new call of a lifetime comes into play?
I hope that people that come and see the show will have the opportunity to hear this story in a way that resonates with them, maybe a little differently than it has before. I know that religion can be a tough topic sometimes, and I hope that this story has the opportunity to reach people in a way that other presentations of this particular story has not been able to before.
I'm so fortunate that anybody and everybody who's a part of this just is truly here because they believe in the story that we're telling, and that speaks volumes. Yeah, right. That might be the answer.